Where are you putting that train at?
Well, I'm gonna put it in my origami store.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you too. We bought an origami store.
You're doing a lot of buying.
Unfortunately, it got robbed. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's more things to unfold for the case.
Family singing in the kitchen.
Hey, week 2. Woo! Baby.
2 for down.
We did it. Yeah.
We did it.
It's really good. It's a beautiful fall day here in the Northwest.
It is. A lot better than yesterday.
Big rainstorm yesterday. Hoping to get some fire going, get some burning.
Yes. The kids really wanted a bonfire during lunch yesterday because they were soaking wet.
We did. We learned about wood yesterday, and we learned about sap nuggies.
Sap nuggies.
Sap nuggies. The
That's
kids were
great for fire
fascinated, and
starters.
they're like, "Oh, can I touch it?" And I was like, "No, you can't touch it. It's on fire, so don't touch it. Like, stand back." And
That's the worst.
you know,
I
'cause it
still
kinda
have
looks
a
like a
scar.
jelly bean.
You can't see this, but there's a scar on my leg from when I hit a stick that was in the fire and the sap came in and landed on my leg.
Really?
Uh-huh. I was like 4 or 5 years old. So, sap nuggies.
4 or 5, stamping on
Yeah.
what mom and dad do.
No, this is 4 or 5 years ago.
I was only
I was
4 or 5.
30. I wasn't 4 years old.
I don't remember that. Yeah.
No, I was 30 when I did it. So, yep, sap
Hey,
nuggies hurt.
Just a question for you.
Okay, I'm excited.
Do you know what happened to Old Zealand?
Yeah, that's the whole joke, huh?
That's the whole joke.
What about the old Foundland?
Newfoundland.
I was trying to think of it.
Old Foundland.
Old Foundland.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's all I had. No,
Okay.
I've got a couple more, but
Well, I have some big news.
okay, you have big news.
I do have. It's
Okay.
kind of. Corey and I bought a horse.
You did buy a horse?
We did.
I mean, you're working on your house, but
Well, we
house?
decided the house can't make it, so we're gonna buy a horse.
Okay.
So, yep, and we named him Mayo.
You named
it
him Mayo.
It fit.
Okay.
Because mayonnaise. Quite a bit. He's neighing all the time.
That's true. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
So,
man, you know the other day, speaking of your horse, I bought a train. Yeah,
You always gotta one up me.
Uh-huh.
You always gotta
Talking
one up
about
me.
one uppers. I bought a train. Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't. You can't trust trains. They got locomotives, baby.
I was trying to figure out if trust trains was a joke. I was like, I don't get that part. They
Locomotives.
got locomotive.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Where are you putting that train at?
Well, I'm gonna put it in my origami store.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you too. We bought an origami store,
You're
and
doing a lot of buying.
unfortunately, it got robbed. Yeah,
Okay.
but there's more things to unfold for the case.
That was awful. I feel like there's definitely a better way.
I think I can't. I don't think that's
maybe
how
like
it,
you couldn't find the culprit. So
Yeah,
there's still,
there's
things
still
to
more
unfold.
details.
Okay.
more details are unfolding.
Yes.
That's
daily.
Daily.
Yes.
Daily.
Okay. That was close though.
That was good. That was good. We got a good run there.
Yes, we did.
Perfect. A few in a row.
I'm glad I
Yeah.
only had one.
I know. I have to train my brain to remember these jokes. Really good week. This week it was fun. We had Michelangelo. We did learned about his art and that he's a party dude.
Yep. It was good. And then we did we did hand art.
Yeah, the hand of God.
Yeah.
And
You
some of
guys
the
Biggs did
kids-
hand of guard, hand of God, and we did patterns in your hands. So pretty cool.
God's design. We were able to talk about. It's cool because we talked about God's hand in our life, and there's no mistakes, and you can see His hand in all of creation and be able to just witness God the Creator. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that was perfect because that was kind of our whole theme this week for science too. So in our science was that God doesn't make mistakes when He creates things, and we did the eye. If your kids talk about it, a creepy eye, they have like this middle finger that's insane. And so
It's kind of like my middle toe.
it is. You can grab people with it. But we talked about how, like, if one of those things, like if you didn't have that finger, he would die, and how you can't just, my daughter's gonna have a bigger middle finger than my next daughter, and so
right.
we talked about the hand of God in creation, and that was perfect to go in with our science lesson this week with the I.
That's cool. I.
Yeah, they're creepy little critters.
They are.
They look
crazy.
weird. They look fine until they have that middle finger comes out. It's creepy.
It's kind of like when you see people with overly long fingernails.
Yeah,
like, they look
that's
normal,
even more.
and you're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, it's super creepy.
Yeah, guitar player. And then we had more Latin this week. That was fun. Yeah. Did that.
We had a new, etc.
Oh.
So if your kiddos, Maylin she's used it like 4 times at home, and it sounds so funny.
Etc.
Yeah, she was like last night with Corey, and Corey's like, "Oh, okay,
fancy."
I can't remember what. She was talking about like what they did. She's like, "We had beads, and we had this, etc."
I love that.
And Corey was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh,
So yeah, that's pretty funny.
That's
so,
cool.
If your kids have been using the word etc. this week, you know why now.
We were looking at some of like derivatives from words, and it was crazy. Like we were talking about necro, which means it's death or kill.
Yeah.
And so the kids were coming up with other words, and it was like like necromancer. And, there was another one, pugno, which means to fight. And they were like repugnant and
sweet. We had edo this week, which means to eat.
Edo?
And so it comes with edible and inedible.
Okay.
So you can or can't eat it.
Okay.
There's a thing called the derivative river.
Oh yeah.
That the kids do.
Derivative river.
An ecclesiastical saying. But actually, it's kind of cool. Even our kinders are doing it, and it's cool that they come up with words that they aqua. And then they talk about the color, but then also the different pieces for water, and
so it's training their brain. Like, one of the reasons we do study language or Latin is it's training your brain to actually recognize patterns and see, and it's in so many different languages. So I love it. It's so fun.
It's really cool. Good.
Then we did wood talk with the boys. They talked about how to stack firewood.
Oh yeah.
Up or
Put them to work.
Bark
people.
up, bark down. We talked about types of woods. Ask them. You guys can ask them at home what's the best kind of firewood, and see what they answer. There's only one answer actually. So
the one that burns.
The one that
is that.
It's pretty close.
Pretty close.
Dry fire.
There you go.
And then the ladies did some Bible art. We're learning that. I saw some things. That was cool.
Pretty. They did some gifts and stuff and gave them to different people.
What cabin are we doing today?
Carmichael.
Amy Carmichael.
We did Morris last week and do Carmichael today, and I won't be able to get through it, obviously.
Okay. Oh
Good luck.
gosh, I know. Those Torchlighter movies,
Oh my goodness.
I'm like trying to do the
Okay, yes, I'm crying, and they're trying to
talk
to kids about Samuel Morris, and it's just incredible. They're heroes, Torchlight heroes for a reason.
Yeah,
some really cool stories.
I think it's good to just encouraging our kids, like what their faith means. I think we live in a time, that time of plenty and fruitfulness. It reminds me like the Israelites. They lived in a time of, and they forgot.
Yeah.
Proverbs talks about, Lord, don't give me too much that I would forget about you. Mm-hmm. And you're like, we feel like oppressed when, whatever.
Mac and cheese burns.
And certainly there are legitimate, things out there. But man, you look at these lives and things that they did it's awesome. It's encouraging.
Yeah. I think I talked to Robin Vanderbark, Corey's mom, and she was just saying, like, for her Christian walk as a kiddo, she was given by her, I think it was her stepmom, like books on Corey Ten Boom and Samuel Morris and Amy Carmichael, and she's like, that's what really led her to having that relationship with Christ. And it's cool to see that, because being able to talk to her about Samuel Morris and stuff is really cool. And so that was a big part of her life, and then seeing it in her grandkids now, and they're going through it, and it's cool. So
Okay.
yeah.
Next week we have more art. We're going to be going through Raphael. Going through and more Latin. We're going to be finishing up our wood masters unit with the s'mores. Kids are going to bring in the craziest things for s'mores. The boys are. The ladies are going to be doing tie-dye shirts.
Is that next week?
That is next week.
Sweet.
So making sure that they have their stuff ready. We'll send out stuff for that.
Yep.
And then we'll finish up with another cabin and go from there.
Yep.
So
Bring us into when's Blades and Blazes coming up too a little bit.
September 27th.
So next week.
Yes. Yeah, it's coming.
Bingo.
Our men's night coming out.
That's
Hopefully it
next
rains
Friday.
a little bit so we can get a massive bonfire. We got a big slash pile
Next
today.
Friday.
Next Friday. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Hey,
Ooh, who gets the booger?
who gets the booger?
Hey, wait. Does Booger win or Booger lose?
Booger loses every
Okay,
time.
I never know.
Why would you want the booger?
Why not?
Okay,
Ready?
go.
Booger
Man.
loses.
Booger wins. Booger wins.
I actually meant.
Just kidding.
Booger
Just kidding. Timber. Oh,
Okay, that was a good.
that was a
putt.
weird
like,
one.
Did like a did a thing.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Playing?
It says take a photo. I can pinch it.
Oh, sweet.
Hey. You gotta scoot that way a little bit. I think. No, that way.